Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of Lirebird Forest. Today we are on episode 4, and this is how the park is looking. So, before I get into this is how we left the park off. The lighting is not in a fixed sun position, so we can see the park in another timelines and stuff. So, yeah, this is the entrance area that we are going to work a little bit on today, I guess. And then we got the kitty zone over here with quite a lot of people going around it as well. Here we have the small kitty coaster, which I'm pretty proud of, and I branched out with it and I feel pretty happy about. Then these kind of windmills and stuff, and the fruit farm over here, which looks amazing. We have to do something over here to cover this up so that people cannot see it around here. But overall, that's that. And then we have this ride, which is called Journey to Jehehehe. If I can, there you go. Bridge to Jehehehe. As I said in the last episode, this is based on the Bridge to Thervithia movie and stuff. So like the naming at least, and the fact that you need to go across a bridge to travel to a fairy tale place and stuff. In this case, that's the main theme of it, and this is how it is looking so far. This is the priority pass entrance, and as you guys can see, it just gives the most beautiful look. I'm so in love with how this turned out this way. This is the platform in the station. The station's currently handling only one train because it is, at the end of the day, a small budget park. And this is the normal queue. I'm just gonna show it off to you for a second because I don't think I've shown it to you in guest view last time. I added these, which are pretty cool. And yeah, this is the only cattle pen that we're gonna have on this whole part. I didn't theme the entrance or anything, so that is something that we need to do. But what I did do is theme the whole coaster. So now we have the coaster fully themed. And again, I wanted to give it a small theming that it's not too cheap, but it's not too expensive, because remember, we are on a small family park. So I wanted to give it a little bit of a theming, but not like the most intricate theme. So I just made two bridges, which are completely custom. These are the Viking fences that have like a texture, like a stone texture, I mean. And then we have this, which is the Viking stone wall, which doesn't have the best pattern, as you guys can see, but it is okay, and it does the trick. I mean, like whenever you see it this way, you don't notice that much, so I'll stick with it. And I also mixed in with a little bit of a fairy tale theme. This is a thatched barn that you guys can see over there that I took from the fairy tale theming, and the wishing tree that I actually wish I could change the color of the leaves, but I am not able to, so it's okay. There's another tree over here to give a little bit more theming, and then there's kind of like a, I don't know what this is, but like a vehicle over here, and some kind of like random props all around the area, as well as in here, as you guys can see. And yeah, I think the coaster looks really nice. Now if we go to nighttime, it does have a little bit of lighting, but what I wanted to do, and I think I still haven't finished, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to give a little bit of lighting over here so that you can see, and then being able to see the whole park around here so that people know there is a coaster here. But then I didn't want them to be able to see the other part because it's supposed to be kind of like a magical thing. So this launch is supposed to take you through here and then get you to the fairy tale area or fairy tale village or whatever. So as you're going this way, you would come into this beautiful coaster area and stuff, and the bridges are completely lit up, as you guys can see, and then the rest of it is not that lit up, but I think that's some part of the charm of the area as well. Like not having it lit, it's going to be kind of like a really nice night ride, I would say. And yeah, once again, you don't have this area lit up because I don't want people to be able to see around here and then have this view of the whole area just like that. I don't know, I just feel like it looks pretty cool and pretty nice. But anyways, I've done this off camera between the third and the fourth episode because I felt like I needed to finish the whole theming, and I didn't finish it in the last episode because I thought I had too much of a content filmed, but it ended up not being that much because of like how I edited the video. So today I'm trying the whole update form and stuff. But yeah, anyways, I am not planning to touch on this. I think this is pretty good as it is. It just has one more storage truck over here, and that's going to be it, because it's only 2 trains that were able to operate on this. Because at the end of the day, who wants 3 trains if we're having like a really family-owned park and it is not the most, you know, the most popular park? As you guys can see, we barely even have 500 guests. That's probably because of this, so we don't have that many unique attractions, which is actually hurting us a little bit, but we will get to it eventually, I guess. Right now, that is all I wanted to tell to you guys. We do have a couple lines that are pretty big, such as this one, but at the end of the day, if we had 2 trains on operation, this wouldn't have a line, and I don't think that is something that a park would, a park with this budget would be like willing to do. But anyways, we have quite a few rides around here, not many people going around them. Again, we don't have that many people going in, so it's normal. So I think my goal for this next update would be to finish up the entrance area, which I feel like it needs to have some kind of like an entrance, and a big entrance for it to be able to be seen and stuff. And then I also wanted to do, and I have discovered that whenever you delete one of these as your entrance, and you just place a piece of pathing over there, then people will go through it and they will be able to go out of the park, and they will still pay full price for they will still go through the regular entrance for the rest of the stuff. So to get into the park, and then they will be able to get out, and my mechanics will be able to get out. So we might be able to get this as a functioning, fully functional info kiosk of some sorts. So yeah, we might do that. I might open these info kiosks in a second, and I also need to create kind of like the stuff room over here, as well as some more buildings around here. And I feel like I should create kind of like some kiosk over here, or something at least. I was thinking as well, and maybe we could have kind of like a truck ride in here that it's, hold on, because there should be more things over here, but I don't have them for some reason. Oh yeah, because yeah, I was on the blueprint area. Anyways, so I was thinking that we could create kind of like a cable car going all above this area and this area over here, and land in this area, so like a scenic view of it. I think that would be cool, and that would be nice. But again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do want to create something different today, because as you guys can see, we've been 3 episodes in and we have 3 roller coasters in so far. But I want to vary on what I do for this episode at least. And what I am thinking for this episode is playing a little bit with the trucked rides, and we are probably going to be playing with the flumes on the next episode, and with the pools, because I haven't as of yet. So today I think I want to do some truck ride, maybe a ghost train kind of ride, or we could do a water ride, so like a log flume or some river rapids. Maybe a log flume would be the way to go over here, but I'll see what I do. For the moment, as I said, we're going to be working on the entrance over here and this part over here, which is going to be like a maintenance area and stuff. And so for, again, maintenance people to be around here. I also need to close this off, because as it is right now, people can go into the danger zone of this roller coaster. But yeah, that is it. it was quite a long intro, but I needed to explain everything. So next clip, it's going to be me with everything updated. So I'll see you there. Welcome back, and after quite some time, I have been working in the entrance for a bit. So let me show you what I did. So I did this building first. It is quite nice, and I think it fits quite well into it, but it took quite a lot of time to figure out, so I didn't enjoy it per se. And I did this small building to contrast, not much detail, but staff can access through it to get into this staff area, which has a staff workshop and a mechanic workshop and a staff building. Also switched these to be info kiosks, so now we have info kiosks and priority pass available on the park. Again, I did it because you can, if you do this and you set up some entrances and then you set up some normal places for people to go through, people will go out of here and they will still consider it the park, but it will not be, they will not get out of the park, and you will be able to get stuff and staff and stuff out of here. So yeah, I watched and learned that from Nerd Chacho, so yeah, shout out to him. And then I built here a small restaurant. I wanted to do a different thing at the beginning, but then I was not feeling inspired at all, so this is how it came out. And I don't know, like, it's fine, but not my biggest piece of inspiration. Then I used these carts. These are not mine. These are from, let me see if I can find them, but they are made, and I took them from the workshop. And I used, here they are. So these two, the street coffee cart, this is the shared code for it, made by Plastic Swans. And then these other one, also made by Plastic Swans, with a share code over here, and they're really good, really nice to place. So shout out to him. I also used today the, if I can find it, let me see. So I used this cash register for some other stuff that I will show you in a second. So this cash register is so cool, and I used it, and I also used this midway game inserts over here, which I will show you right now. Here we have one of them. This is the Bank a Ball, and I think that parks like this, even if they are a little bit of a more of a kind of theme park hybrid, they will also have carnival games, because at the end of the day, this is a small budget park. So here we have it. It is not functional, of course, but I feel like I couldn't have made it better. Like, how the hell did they do this? Like, it is such a great thing, and a great game. And here we have the, I don't know, the skee ball. Yeah. So you see, like, they even made a text and all that, and this is like such detailed object. It has 2,000 objects over there, so it's a really cool object. And then we have the balloon race over here, which is more of the same. This is just so cool, so nice. And yeah, so those were placed over there. I did not do too much over here. I need to amplify and get in with this queue and add some signs or whatever and create this area, but I felt a little bit more inspired to create this over here that you guys are seeing right now. So this is an antique cars ride, and I thought, why don't we make this kind of like a ride that's kind of like gas station themed? Now that I realize these antique cars are not going to fit through here, I feel, so I'm gonna have to delete this archway, but let me do that in 1 second, because I'm just gonna raise it up, and that's going to be everything that I do for this. So, and then I'm gonna delete these. And yeah, so this is the gas station. This is kind of like the gas station, and then the gas pumps, which at the beginning I was not so convinced, but I think they look quite nice, don't they? We have 3. over there, so they're pumping gas. I will change the colors to this, and I would love to make this look like any other type of car, but if it's not possible, then we're fine. It's fine. I don't mind it that much. This is part of the queue, and this is kind of like the interior of the gas station with some cash registers. As I told you, these are not mine. I took them from the workshop. I already gave you the code, and these are some shelves and stuff, which I would have loved for them to be shelves that are full of products, food products, but it is not easy to find them. As you guys can see, we have some here, and these are supposed to be some cans. I made all these shelves myself, and then the counter and this back part is also by me. And it is quite a little bit empty, but I'm not the best at the whole interior thing. So yeah, we get out, and this is the other part of the queue, which is made with modular queue pieces. And I never thought about doing this, but then I saw a video by Teji 3D, I think it's the name, and he got these queue stumps, which are so clever and so intelligent. And I was like, okay, I want to do that myself as well. And so I made them. So this is how it turned out. This is fully made with these snap pieces, which are a huge discovery. I never almost used them, and yeah, everything here is completely made by myself. The stairs are made by myself, and everything is, except this. I'm going to delete it and make it a gravel path again, but yeah, I didn't think about it, and I think it looks pretty nice, to be fair. Also, I made them look like this because I wanted them to look kind of like a little bit messy, a little bit like this has been placed last minute or something, and they did spend all their budget into theming this thing and the whole ride that we are going to do in the future. But overall, I think they didn't place that much money into this area and stuff. They just wanted to theme this part, and that is it. So yeah, that's basically the whole concept, I would say. And yeah, I don't know how I'm going to continue because I don't know how to do this part over here. I kind of want to do a gift shop, getting out of here. So maybe we'll have like a path that goes like this, and then you go through the gift shop to exit here. That would be ideal, but I think also that I placed this a little bit too far away from the main path. So we might be switching this and changing how the path is behaving over here. But also, I don't know, I kind of want to do a different look for this pathing for the antique cars. So I will see what I do, but I'm not too sure as of yet. So yeah, I also wanted to give it a kind of like an overgrown theme. I might do it at the end. I might add some kind of like overgrown theme to this so that it's more of a nature theme instead of like a car theme. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good, honestly. Like, you see it from here and you would think it's a gas station. I mean, it's a proof of concept. It doesn't need to be the most realistic, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of how this turned out and stuff. So yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is it's not going to be a long ride, but I do want it to go through the forest a little bit and get lost and then go back. Potentially maybe make it go through here as well so that like the kids can see it, because this is not a kiddie ride. Like, this is more of a tracked ride and it is not in the kiddie area, but this could also be for kids. So maybe we can have it go around here, and I don't know, maybe have it go around the whole area over here. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do, but I guess I will figure it out eventually, and when I figure it out, you will be the first one to know. I'm also going to try to work out this because I want to open this ride at the end. It is running currently on one train, as well as the patrol ride, which is running on one train, and the queue is getting a little bit long, as well as with this one. This one gets pretty long queues. The rest of the rides are fine, but I mean, we're okay. And yeah, not much else to say. I just see this. I'm pretty proud of this, honestly. But yeah, not much else to say. I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to end the theme of the exit, because it's something that I don't know how I'm going to do, and I also don't wanna fence this off, but at the same time I feel like I need to, because of these doors over here that I wish we could delete, but we cannot. So I don't know how I'm going to do that part, but I will have to. I guess I'll have to see how we do, and yeah. Hi, editor Pren here. It turns out I speak way too much, and so this video became a really long video. So what I've decided is I'm going to divide it into two parts. This is the first part that you've seen of the first video, and the next video that will be releasing pretty soon will be the second part of the video. It was a total footage of more than 53 minutes, and I think it was a little bit too much of me basically yapping about this whole thing, but I was pretty proud of it, so I am really sorry. This will not happen again, and for the next episode I will be a little bit more concise, so I hope you guys can forgive me. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this first part of part 4, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free, and you can always change your mind later. And I'll see you guys really soon on the second part of this video. Bye.